Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Faith Day 22. I am not alone today, which is kind of fun. It's the first time I think we've done a dually Everyday Faith. So excited to introduce y'all to my mom. So my mom is the one who taught me what it looks like to love Jesus, which is an amazing thing. And to have her here, she's visiting us from Tennessee, and I said, hey Mom, why don't you jump in and do a couple of these devotions with me? My fear is y'all are going to love her a lot more than me and then want to keep bringing her in, and that might not be possible, but for the next couple days we are going to have my mom jump in. So let's jump into day 22. As y'all know, our theme this month is journey, and the passage comes from Isaiah 50:10. I'm going to read the passage and I'm going to let my mom give her thoughts on it. So here we go. If you are walking in darkness without a ray of light, trust in the Lord and rely on your God. So Mom, tell us what that means to you.
Okay, when Brandon asked me to join him in this, I was just so excited and so pleased because I love his heart for the Lord, and it's fun to participate in anything associated with Jesus with him. But so I was meditating on this verse and trying to come up with what it really meant to me, and maybe some of that will have meaning for you all. But I've got to say, I'm not the pro that he is, so I have my things written down, so I'm going to have to read a little bit. But I was thinking about, as Christians, we all have two very distinct things in common. We all have gone through, will go through, or maybe are in right now, the darkness, some dark times, some difficulties, some hardships. That is a fact of our journey as Christians. Mm-hmm. But the other fact is that God's grace is sufficient no matter what we're going through. And that fact, that second one, as Christians, even though our hardships are scary, we can become fearful, we can become sometimes even hopeless, we have that rock. We have Jesus, and his grace is always sufficient. But the thing that we do sometimes when we walk through darkness is we, first of all, try to understand it. And that's never going to happen. We're never going to understand the reasons why God allows some of the things in our lives. The other thing we try to do, though, is we try to escape it. We try to figure out a way out of it instead of seeking God and asking him, what is it that you want us to do through this? God calls us to do far more than just find an escape route in our difficulties. We're called to do something far greater than just to simply endure. Any hardship that we go through when we're holding on to the heart and the hand of Jesus is going to serve to strengthen our roots and make our faith more visible and make him more glorified in everything that we go through. And I think also we need to remember in the darkness that some of the reason that, well, when we're in the darkness, that God can absolutely change the circumstances in a minute, in the blink of an eye. But sometimes, most of the time, a lot of the times, he doesn't change the circumstances, but he changes our hearts. And that's going to have a far bigger impact on not only the kingdom here, but our life eternal when that happens, when he changes our hearts for him. So maybe you're going through a particularly difficult time right now. Maybe you're in just a darkness and you can't see the light, you have no understanding, have no illumination. My encouragement to you would just to be to hang in there. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, because he does have the answer, and whatever you're going through does not surprise him. He knew that you were going to be here in this spot on this day, and what he calls us to do is just to trust in him and keep our eyes fixed on him. So be encouraged. He remains sovereign, he remains good, he remains faithful, and you will get through this. He is working something beautiful in your pain, and in all of it, he is, in all the darkness, he's bringing beauty from ashes, because that's what he promises. So keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, know and claim his promises. He's never failed and he never will, and God will always be enough.
That's beautiful, and I don't really have anything to add to that, and I love what she said is, He's not surprised where you are today. He's not surprised about what you're going through today. So as you're going through your journey, understand that he's there with you and he's not surprised at all. Mom, thank you for being here. Let's do this again tomorrow. And guys, be blessed. Have a great day. We'll see y'all later on.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.